Welcome to Batesville High School for tonight's broadcast. I'm Gary Cook with Todd Maurer here to bring you the boys varsity basketball game against the Batesville Bulldogs. Our Chargers come into tonight's game at 10-6, I believe, and Batesville comes in at 9-5. Batesville coached by Aaron Garrett. Aaron's been here. This is hard for me to believe. This is his 16th year already, Todd. Has 229 wins, so Aaron's been here quite a while. They've won 4 of their last 5 and 7 of their last 9, so they've been playing pretty well, although I think that their last game was against Connersville, I think maybe last Saturday, and I was a little surprised at the outcome because Connersville beat them, but you never know about high school basketball sometimes.
Yeah, I was surprised at that too. I look on Max Preps or Harrell or something today, and I noticed that Connersville got them by 4 or 5 or something there last week. So
yeah. Their other losses are to Greensburg early in the season by 6. Southwestern Hanover beat them by 33 back before Christmas, and then they lost in a tournament to Columbus North by 3. Common opponents that the Chargers have played that the Bulldogs have beaten, they beat Jacksonville by 30. They beat Lawrenceburg by 4, beat South Ripley a couple times, once by 20. And once by 5. They've beaten Greensburg, of course. The Chargers have them still coming up yet, but currently averaging 56.5 points a game, giving up 49.8. 53% field goal shooting team, so they're a pretty good shooting team. 33% from the behind the three-point line, 73% from the free throw line. They don't turn the ball over a lot, 11.8 turnovers per game. Led by 6'5" junior Cade Kaiser, number 20. He's averaging 15.5 points a game. Very physical player, driver, but he can shoot it from the perimeter. Number 30, Sam Johnson, a 6'2" junior, averaging 12.8. He's a 38% three-point shooter for him. Jack Grunkemeyer, number 42, a 6'2" senior. I'm not sure that 6'2" is right. He looks to me like he's a lot bigger than 6'2". Averaging 8.3. He's their leading rebounder. Excellent offensive rebounder, too, is what Coach Metz told us. And number 11, Gus Prickle, 5'10" senior, averaging 8.5 points a game. Just in looking at things, I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Metz, just what I know about them and looking at statistic-wise and so forth, Todd. We're probably obviously going to have to contain Kaiser and Johnson. Limit them to one shot. I know they're always a really good offensive rebounding team, and I'm sure this year's no different, so try to limit their second chance points as much as we can. And then on the offensive end for us, I think we've got to attack and score from the high post, meaning really attack. They'll play a zone. They play a really wide, spread out 2-3 zone, and they try to cover the perimeter shooters pretty good, so we'll have a tough time getting clear looks, I'm sure, tonight at the perimeter shot. But if we can go maybe inside out, thought our JV team, and I might mention that JV came away with a good win for them, 47-33 over the JV Bulldogs here in our first game. But our JV team did a great job of attacking their zone and just throwing it in a high post and dumping it down low. And Garrett Schwerin had a really good game, had several buckets down low for us, but it was just a nice win for our JV.
Yep, good to see them come away with a win. Good quality win, 47-33, and I kept thinking Batesville was going to make a run at them there in that third and fourth quarter, but they kept it at about 10 the whole time. So good quality win for the JV team.
Obviously, having a young man like Owen Rennekamp in there, that you can just get him the ball and kind of get out of his way. He really makes it tough for you to press and some of those kinds of things. It does a pretty good job making decisions, but he really kind of kept the Bulldogs from getting back in it. I think they were kind of frustrated at times trying to guard him, I think. Well, we've got about 40 seconds till our national anthem, so we're going to take some sponsor breaks. Be back with our national anthem and our starting lineups. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
Welcome back to Batesville High School. Apologize a little bit, a little longer extended sponsor break. We went through those a couple times, and they always have. It seems like each time we come down here, each year or each time, they have a little program that Coach Garrett, I forget what they call it, Garrett's Gang maybe.
I think that is right.
It's special needs students that they introduce them and recognize them, and it is great to see that. And I know a lot of people here are just. Really appreciate Coach Garrett doing that. So, Todd, we're ready for our starting lineups now. I don't know if we can hear that, or I assume the Chargers are probably going with what they've started the last couple ball games anyway.
Yep, looks like Chargers have got Palmer, Eldridge, Maurer, Youngman, and Muckeride. Introducing the cheerleaders right now.
Yeah, we gotta get everybody in.
Yep, everybody's getting introduced. Maybe they'll introduce us too, Coach.
I don't know about that. Yeah, great crowd here tonight. I mentioned to you earlier there that it's one of those things that communities being close and kind of backing up to each other with the school districts. I think you see people a lot of times when we travel to Batesville, come to the Batesville game that maybe don't go to a home game all year at North Decatur. And kind of the same way when they come to North Decatur, you'll probably see possibly Batesville people traveling to North Decatur that maybe don't come to a game. But a lot of connections and a lot of families that know each other and related to each other and those kinds of things.
Yep, I think I seen they had their little girls dancing at halftime too, so there's a lot of extra here for
That's,
that too.
That always brings in a crowd. You know how those athletic directors are. They want those bucks.
And them extra bucks. Batesville is being introduced as we speak here. Everybody's standing. I can't even see who it is down there, but
well, like I said, if it's who I'm anticipating, going to be Kaiser, 6'5" junior, number 20. Sam Johnson, a 6'2" senior, number 30. Jack Grunkmeyer, 6'2" senior, number 42. Prickle, 5'10" senior, number 11. And the last one I have is Trenton Lures, L-U-E-R-S, 5'9" sophomore, number 3.
looks like 3 and then 11.
3, 11, 20, 30, and 42. At least that's what Coach Metz was expecting anyway.
Yep. There's 30, and I assume 42 will be your last one.
Well, we're going to get this thing tipped off here. I'd like to thank first quarter sponsor, H&R Block, all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this game to you tonight.
Looks like it'll be Eldridge and Kaiser in the center circle. Chargers in the road red. Batesville in the home white. Chargers will be going from right to left. I know it's kind of hard to see on our camera because we are up in the bird's view.
We are.
Batesville comes away with it. Lures.
Chargers in a, looks like a little junk defense here maybe, Todd. I know that's what Coach Metz had talked about a little bit.
Johnson drives baseline, gives it back up top.
I would classify this as a triangle and 2 with the triangle being inverted. Or maybe it's what Coach Nabi used to call an I defense, where he just puts 2 guys in the lane.
Shot no good by 42, but rebound put in by 30, Johnson.
And there's that second chance points I was talking about we need to stay away from, Todd.
Yep.
Bulldogs in that 2-3 zone that we talked about.
Over to Youngman, back up top to Muckerhide, to Maurer.
Must have had a moving screen there by somebody.
Like Cooper, maybe? Yep.
Yep.
Fouls on Cooper Palmer. Chargers first.
Didn't see that, but 2-zip Bulldogs here. 7 minutes to go here in our H&R Block opening quarter.
Back up top to Kaiser. Down low to Prickle. Shots up and good for 3.
Yeah, he's a pretty good three-point shooter too. We got to make sure we know where he's at, and Johnson as well.
Muckride gives to Youngman. Back to Muckride. Over to Palmer. Back to Muckride. 5-0 Bulldogs early on here. To Maurer. Back up top to Palmer. Over to Youngman. Palmer. Back to Maurer. Down on the baseline to Eldridge. Back to Maurer to Palmer. Drives baseline. Gets it blocked out of bounds.
Good block there by Kaiser.
Does stay with the Chargers. Muckride to inbound. Up top to Maurer. To Muckerhide. And that's a late call, but we'll take it.
Exactly.
Foul is on Grunkelmeyer, his first, team's first. Will be Charger ball on the baseline again. Muckride inbound again.
You know, Todd, something I've noticed, lots of teams, girls teams I've noticed doing it. Now that I see the boys teams doing it, when they're playing a zone, when the ball's out of bounds underneath the basket, they go to a 1-4.
Yep.
Just to
Really
flatten it
flatten it
out,
out.
to keep teams from.
Owen's going to get called on the
Yeah,
travel.
a little walk.
Chargers' second turnover.
It's not good. We have 1 shot and 2 turnovers.
Nope. Johnson to Prickle in the corner. Opposite corner. Shot's no good. Maurer on the rebound. Gets to Muckerhide. He finds Eldridge under the bucket, but he can't corral the pass. So the third turnover on the Chargers.
Like Mason Morris going to check in for Owen Eldridge. 5:33 to go here in the H&R Block first quarter. Bulldogs on top 5-zip.
Prickle. Over to Kaiser, to Johnson. Over to Lures. Lures for 3. Shots up. No good. Muckerhide on the rebound.
So I think he's one that we can probably let shoot it a little bit.
Youngman pulls up from 3. No good. Lures. Gives to Johnson. Kaiser. Over to Prickle. Back to Grunkelmeyer. Lures.
All 3 officials looking at each other.
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one. Let's talk about it a little bit here and see if we can figure out what we want to call. Personally, I thought it was a block.
Yep. And that's what they're going to go with.
Yep.
Be Cooper's second.
Yeah, that doesn't help us.
Eldridge will check back into the game. Basket was good by Grunkelmeyer. He'll be at the line for a old-fashioned 3-point play and knocks it home. 8-0 Bulldogs. Not the start the Chargers were needing here. In the middle to Morris, over to Youngman.
Not a good place to pick your
No.
dribble up there.
Eldridge gives back to Youngman. Back up top to Muckerhide.
That little 1-2-2 3/4 court press, I think, is more just to slow us down so we don't get into transition as much as. Yep, another turnover.
Another
Boy,
turnover.
That's not good. 4 turnovers in 5 possessions.
Trying to force that there. Kaiser. Brady's going to get called on the reach around for the foul. Be the Chargers' 3rd foul.
We're collecting fouls and turnovers much faster than we are points. 4:23 to go here in our first quarter.
Up top to Grunkelmeyer. Hands off to Kaiser. In the corner to Lures. Down low to Grunkelmeyer for 2. 10-0 Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs off to a quick start here. 10 quick points, and Chargers have not gotten on the board yet.
Looks like we're going to go to a full timeout.
Yeah, we'll take a sponsor break and be right back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler.
Welcome back to Batesville High School. Chargers off to a little bit of a slow start here. The Bulldogs jumping out of the gate 10-0. I would guess that Coach Metz probably talking about switching his defense a little bit there. I think we look a little confused maybe with that junk defense we're trying to play.
Shouldn't it be Charger
Yeah,
ball?
I was getting ready to say.
And 5 North Decatur players out there, not a one of them know that.
I was getting ready to say, don't we know that? Bulldogs in a little 1-2-2 press now.
Another turnover on the
we're
Chargers.
just right now just not into the game. I don't know whether
I mean, they just hit an and one.
Yeah.
And we go out there and think it's their ball.
Act like we're confused or not ready or something. I'm not sure.
Inbound to Prickle. Down low to Lures. Back over to Prickle. It's deflected by the Chargers, goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Batesville. Johnson to inbound. Right down to Grunkelmeyer. Up and good for two. It's his 7th point of the ball game. Youngman over to Muckride. Coach, I think we've set one screen. They called it a moving screen. So.
Yeah.
Youngman gives back to Muckride.
Well, we've got to, we've got kind of like the JV. I'd like to see us throw that ball and somebody cut into that high post.
Yep.
Throw that ball into the high post area there, like where Muckrade's at right now.
Over to Maurer, back to Muckride. Muckride for three. No good. Quickly out to Grunkelmeyer. I think Muckride's going to get called on the foul, maybe.
4th foul already on the Chargers, so their Bulldogs are going to be shooting the bonus the rest of the quarter. 12-0. Batesville, 3:15 to go here in our H&R Block first quarter.
Into Kaiser. Johnson has it on the baseline, gives it back up top to Lures, over to Prickle, back to Lures, to Johnson. Down low to Grunkelmeyer. Shot's no good. Maurer on the rebound, finds Muckride, who finds a streaking Owen Eldridge for two.
There we go. Got us on the board. Maybe that's what we need.
12-2 Bulldogs. Kaiser gives the Lures. Back to Kaiser. Kaiser's going to shoot the three and knock it home.
He's an okay three-point shooter. Not a great one, though, but never ceases to amaze me when you think somebody's not a great three-point shooter. They end up knocking a couple in.
Yep. Muckride and Youngman get it across the timeline. Over to Muckride to Maurer. Maurer for three. In and out.
In and out.
Prickle brings it across. Down low to Grunkelmeyer to Lures. Over to Sam Johnson for three. Shots up and no good. There's Grunkelmeyer on the offensive rebound and up and good. That's their 4th second chance point. We've got to keep them off that board.
Yep.
Deep three from the corner just turns into long rebounds. You got to go block them out. Muckride. Over to Maurer. Back to Muckride. Down low to Owen. Shots up and no good. Mason. Up and no good. Muckride. Up and no good. 3 looks at it in the paint there.
Yep.
Prickle. In the corner to Lures. Lures is going to shoot the three and knock it home.
Looks like Coach Met's going to call 30-second timeout. It is 20-2 here. Batesville on top, 126. So we'll just keep it right here. 126 to go here in our opening quarter. Yeah, you hate to see playing against a good team. You hate to get off to a start like this because, boy, it really makes it a challenge.
Uphill climb now.
Yeah, you've really got to almost play flawlessly. You can't turn the ball over. You can't give up second chance points. You know, you can't lose defensive assignments. It's just every possession is critical.
That's their 3rd three-pointer on the night. I don't know what their percentage is from three, but
yeah, we missed 3 good looks at that end down there a second ago, and then they came down and buried the 3. So that was a 5-point turnaround there.
Looks like Snell's going to check into the game for Maurer. Muckride will bring it across. Over to Morse. Got to look left there when he catches that. Youngman was wide open over here. Back to Snell, back to Morse, now to Youngman. To Muckride, to Youngman. Youngman Gets it back to
They've
Melvins.
really got us pushed way out on the floor, Todd.
Yep. Muckride gets it into the paint.
Yeah, looks like they're going to get
Kaiser
with a foul here.
That's their second team foul.
You know, I really like what we're doing and trying to put, and Caden is capable of scoring in there, but we really almost need somebody a little bigger.
He's just not tall enough to see over when he catches it there. Up top to Morse. Caden down low to Owen. Up and good for 2, and they're going to get an and one.
There we go. Nice assist there by Caden, and a little reverse layup by Owen Eldridge. He'll go a chance to the line for a chance to make our first Big Sky Restaurant free throw of the night.
Eldridge. Long.
Strong.
20-4 Bulldogs. Kaiser. Backdoor. Say that's out. They don't want to hit the bottom of the.
Yep.
Good job of Mason there, seeing that.
Right.
Forcing him down to the baseline. So.
Yeah, they tried to run a little backside screen and lob there.
Back to the press here. Caden gives to Owen, to Youngman. Back to Owen. Down to Caden. Caden on the penetration, no good. Johnson.
Block on Snell there, probably.
Yep. Snell's going to get called for the foul. That's a 15th foul on the Chargers. We'll put Johnson.
Hate to see that one with 8.2 seconds to go there to put them in the bonus.
Yep. It's going to put Sam Johnson at the line for 2. First one's no good. Maurer checks back in for Snell for the final 8.2. Maple checks in for the Bulldogs. Johnson's second free throw is up and good. Muckride takes it across, finds Eldridge down low, and he gets fouled by Grunkelmeyer. He'll be going to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws with 1.5 to go in your H&R Block first quarter.
(21-4) here, 1.5 seconds to go here in our H&R Block first quarter.
Owen's first one is good.
Marshall Snell checking back in. Brady Maurer.
Eldridge's second Big Sky free throw is up and good as well. Owen gets a hand on the baseball pass, and that brings us to the end of the H&R Block first quarter. 21-6 Bulldogs. We'll pay some bills and be back for second quarter action.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Batesville High School. Little sluggish start, I might say, here for our Chargers, Todd. We're down 21-6, and against a very solid team like Batesville, you don't want to dig this kind of hole.
Nope. It's going to be a very long uphill battle now. All 6 points scored by Owen Eldridge with 2 field goals and 2 free throws.
Well, the big thing, too, is, you know, you're not going to get all that back at once. We've got to value every possession of the basketball. We can't turn the ball over. We've got to get good shots every time. And then I think on the defensive end, you know, you've got to make them or limit them to one shot and not give them second chance opportunities. So, You just start with those kind of things, and your goal ought to be to maybe get this thing down to maybe 9 or 10 points at halftime.
Morris has it over to Maurer. Down low to Eldridge. In the paint to Muckride. Going to get a blocking foul on 12, Maple.
I like what we're doing there. Got the ball inside, but boy, Caden, you know, with Batesville's length, it's tough for him to do a lot with it.
Yep. Down low to Maurer to Eldridge. Now to Morris. Up and no good. Get the ball in the paint. We got to score that, Coach.
Yes, we do.
Deep three by Lures, no good. Eldridge on the rebound to Muckride.
Yeah, Batesville's kind of starting to accumulate a foul or two here, and sure that's not what Coach Garrett wants.
That foul was on 10, which 10 on my paper says Hughes. That looks like the little Drake boy who played in the other game.
It is, yeah, that's him.
Which should have been a 14, so there's a turnover. Two for Drake. Maurer gives to Youngman. To Muckride. Back over to Maurer. In the middle to Muckride. Over to Youngman. To Morse. Drags his pivot foot for the turnover.
6 turnovers already for the Chargers.
And 6 points.
Yeah. And 5 fouls.
Kaiser has the ball. Morris on him. Nice help by Eldridge. Kaiser turned, no good. And rebound
Did a nice job defensively there, just closing it off.
Muckride
not
up
letting
Youngman.
Kaiser get into the basket.
Back to Muckride. Down low to Morris.
Yeah, that's a nice, nice strong move by Mason. It's what we kind of need.
Up quick to Drake. Over to Maple. Back to Drake. Shots up and good. (26-8) Bulldogs. Maurer. Into Muckride. Muckride from 15. Shots no good.
Short.
Maple to Drake again. 3 more. Muckride. Going to be a foul on 11, I believe. Both officials point each other like you call it. They do give it to 11, Prickle.
Got Marshall Snell and Logan Odell checking in for the Chargers.
Morris and Maurer will take a seat. Be Charger ball on the sideline. Muckride. Over to Odell. To Snell. To Youngman. Down to Muckride. Over to Snell. Shots up and no good. Maple. Johnson. Going to get called for the charge. Nice job of Marshall holding his ground there.
Yep, I agree.
Foul on Johnson. His second. 5:10 to go. Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. 29-8 Bulldogs. Muckride. And there's another turnover. Just trying to force that there.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have some ball movement on the perimeter and bring it back to the top before you try to make that pass.
Drake gives to Johnson. Pulls up from 15, leaves it short. Youngman on the rebound. Finds Muckride. Snell's going to get called for a moving screen.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Marshall's second foul.
8th turnover for the Chargers. We're just right now we're just out of sync, and I think Batesville has a lot to do with that.
Yep.
Both ends of the floor.
Even though they're in the zone, they're really coming out and putting a lot of pressure on us.
Yep.
Drake to Prickle.
And I kind of remember that zone last year, really, and the year before gave us a lot of problems.
There's Odell with a steal. And Kaiser's going to get called on the foul. Odell will be going to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws, and that is Kaiser's second foul.
Yeah, real nice steal there by Logan. Went down, gave a little shot fake, got Drunkmeyer. I thought it looked like a pretty good block, but
we'll take it.
Official standing right there, so it must have had some contact someplace. It's 2 on Kaiser, too.
Odell's first Big Sky free throw is good. Second one. Rattles out, no good. Kaiser.
Well, we just got to slide our feet there.
Yep.
Kaiser, from what the scouting report was that Coach Metz gave me, he's going to try to get downhill and get to the basket almost every time. So you got to really slide your feet over and force him to change directions, and we didn't do that there.
That was Eldridge's first foul. Drake inbounds to Maple. Down to Grunkelmeyer. Back up top to Maple. Into Drake. Prickle. Misses the layup. McRide on the rebound. Morris on the rebound.
There we go. Good offensive rebound there by Mason Morris.
Morris will be going to the line for a pair of free throws. Morris' first Big Sky free throw. In and out.
Around the rim. Just kind of how it's going right now for the Chargers.
Morris' second Big Sky free throw. No good.
Rattles in and out.
McRide on the rebound. Morris, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that was on Morris or Youngman, or yeah, it looked like Morris maybe.
Yep, they call that on Mason. His first, team's third. 3:42 to go, Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Lures brings it across to Prickle and throws it out of bounds.
It's a 4th turnover for the Bulldogs. 3:33 to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Bulldogs in firm command at 29-9.
McRide brings it across, faces that 2-3 again, over to Odell. Luckily, that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, that's a long distance to try to make a bounce pass.
Yep. Goes out of bounds. We'll stay with the Chargers on the baseline.
I'm a big fan of bounce passes, but that had a little too much distance.
Yep. Up top to Youngman. Back down to McRide. Drives. Over to Odell. To McRide. Over to Youngman. To McRide. Baseline to Eldridge. McRide at the free throw line. Long. Morris, nice offensive rebound. Finds Odell. Double dribble.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say. I thought he did too.
Cross court to Youngman. Youngman for 3. And there you go.
There
Charger
go.
in the barn. Chase Youngman. Chase's first points on the night. Makes it 29-12. Lures. Hands to Prickle. Over to Maple. To Grunkelmeyer. Back to Maple. To Lures. Into Grunkelmeyer.
Good help side there from the backside.
McRide pushes quickly. Find Youngman out here.
Well, he just, Caden.
I wish Caden would realize Chase is a streaky shooter.
Exactly.
When he hits that first one, get him the ball the next time down the floor.
Yep.
I wish Caden could see that.
Yeah, he's starting to press a little bit right now, I think, and
picks up his second foul there after the missed shot in the paint. Maple gives back to Maple. Nice block by Mason Morris. Saved by Caden right to the Bulldogs. And then Logan Odell with a steal. Gives to Owen Eldridge. Owen quickly attacks. And he's going to get fouled and be going to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. The foul is on number 3, Lures. That's Lures' first. Owen at the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. The first one is good.
There we go. 29-13, Bulldogs. 2 minutes to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Second one rolls home. Number 30, Sam Johnson, checks back in for Maple. Lures, dribbled across.
Todd, we've done a little better job defensively the last few possessions.
Yep. Johnson pulls up, no good. Boy, that's off Drunkelmeyer, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunkelmeyer does get the offensive rebound, but then dribbles it out of bounds.
So wasn't sure how that official standing right there in front of him couldn't see that.
No, I don't. They kind of looked at each other like. Maurer checks back in for Morse. Like we got Brady at the high post now.
There we go.
Over to Odell. Odell for three.
There
Charger in the barn. Logan Odell. Going to get a delay of game on the Chargers, I think, after the ball went through the rim.
Yeah,
so.
I think it was Chase Youngman kind of tapped it. Yeah, and that's that last possession was picture perfect. Got the ball in, and you can see how it sucks the defense in, and it gives us some clear, because Batesville does a great job of covering shooters in this zone, unless you can go inside out.
Well, with Brady's size at the free throw line, too, and his ability to turn around and shoot
That's
that
just
shot,
what I was
they're
getting
going to
ready to
have to
say.
pinch in a little bit
Yep.
there. So Kaiser over to Lures, back up to Kaiser.
Yeah, we just
I think Muckrod's going to pick up his third foul here.
just couldn't
Nope, they're going to give it to Youngman.
couldn't stay patient there defensively. Had Kaiser kind of in a pinch there. And well, Todd, we've got that thing back to 12. I know Druckenmeyer's going to go to the line here, but you know, I talked about trying to get it to 9 or 10 points here by halftime, and still that possibility.
Be Kaiser at the line for two here. First one is up.
Rattles
good.
in and out. Brady Maurer checking back in for Mason Morse.
Kaiser's second one is good. They'll take Kaiser out of the game with these two fouls here. I suspect we'll go back with Brady in the high post. With Odell and Youngman on the two wings,
Yes.
that really gives us some shooting on the wings there.
30-17 Bulldogs.
Down low to Owen. Owen had a layup. He went. Muckerhide for three. Brady just got caught pushing the kid in the back.
He didn't push him very hard, though.
Yeah. You don't have to push very hard if you get caught with your hands on their back. Brady picks up his second foul.
He didn't even need to push that kid no bigger than he is.
No. They got him for 5 fouls on the board. That's pretty quick.
That is. There we go. 2 fouls. 30-17 Bulldogs.
Lures is at the line for the first free throw. Up and no good.
You know, knock on wood, Bulldogs have missed a few free throws, Todd.
Yep.
They're a 73% free throw shooting team, and that helps our cause a little bit.
Yeah, I think I got them 3 for 6 here, Coach. So. But there they come away with the offensive rebound. Down low to Grunkelmeyer. Maple to Lures.
I would think the Bulldogs probably going to hold it for 1 here.
Yep, to Grunkelmeyer. Back up top to Lures. Hands to Prickle. Oh. Drake to Lures. To Maple. Over to Drake. Don't foul, Owen.
Yeah, we've got to have some defensive discipline here. If they make a long one, they make a long one. Don't bail them out.
Lures. Throws it up and goes in.
A tough shot he made. Give him credit for it.
Yep.
Yeah, we had it to 12 there, and the Bulldogs scored the last 3 to make it a 15-point margin here at halftime. So Chargers trail 32-17. We'll take some sponsor breaks and be right back with the Stones halftime show here on WTRA. This is Charger basketball.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street. bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Batesville High School, where our Chargers trail the Bulldogs 32-17 here at halftime. Todd, unofficially, I had the Chargers for 8 turnovers, and 6 of those came probably in the first maybe 10 minutes. So we did do a little better job of not turning it over towards the end of the half there. I had us unofficially 2 for 7 from the three-point line and 5 for 20 overall from the field. So it's going to be tough when you're only shooting 25%.
Yeah, and we had some decent looks there. You know, we got the ball into the paint a few times and come away with nothing, and that you just can't do that when you get the ball down in there. You either got to get fouled or you've got to be able to convert the basket, and we just didn't do that. 2 or 3 possessions there. So for the Chargers, leading the way, I had Owen Eldridge with 8, followed by Logan Odell with 4, Chase Youngman with a 3, and Mason Morris with 2 for their 17. For the Bulldogs, I had 9 for Grunkelmeyer, 8 for Drake, 5 for Lures, 4 for Kaiser, 3 for Johnson, 3 for Prickle for their 32. So when you look at that, with the exception of Grunkelmeyer, we talked about Johnson and Kaiser leading the way. You know, we held them to 4 and 3. But also had them for 6 second chance points. You know, we got to do a better job on the boards there.
Yeah, I think unofficially I had Bulldogs for 6 turnovers, and 2 or 3 of those came there in that late in that second quarter. But you know, I like what we were doing there in that second quarter, or getting the ball to that high post. I think maybe Coach Metz will probably stay with trying to put Brady in that high post, because like I said, he's a bigger person to throw to in there, and he can see the pass out of it as well as score from there. But the other part of that equation too, Todd, is, you know, nobody ever shoots that shot anymore.
Nope.
And so sometimes that's it's a difficult shot. Once you do catch it and turn and shoot that 13 to 15 footer, it's a little out of people's comfort zone at times. But we just need to come out this third quarter with a little energy. I thought to start the game we were just, I don't know, on the second page or something. It's kind of hard to explain, but we didn't have any rhythm about us offensively. I think we were hesitant at times, and then defensively we were just you know, a step slow and a little hesitant sometimes defensively too.
Well, I look back to that possession where they get an and one and make the free throw. We call a timeout and go out there and stand there waiting for them to take the ball inbounds, to the point where the official finally sets the ball on the baseline, and we end up with a turnover out of it. You can't tell me out of the 5 players on our end of the floor, somebody can't tell them, hey, it's our ball, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a lack of, you know, not knowing what's going on.
A lack of awareness. And you're exactly right. You've got to,
if nothing else, try to steal the ball. Go take it out of bounds, and
yes,
if it's theirs, what are they going to do? You know, tell you can't have it.
Right.
But
yeah, it takes communication, both ends of the floor, especially in a situation like that. But that kind of is the pinnacle of how we played in that first half.
Well, the second quarter was an 11-11 quarter, but we just got outscored in that first quarter, 21-6. So
yeah.
You know,
and we talked about that when you dig that kind of hole against a good team like Batesville, it really just quadruples your challenge. I mean, you've got to, like we said, make every possession count. There's just no margin for error at all, whether it be a turnover or a missed shot or a missed block out or whatever. But you just got to make sure that you're doing all the important things. Todd, let me read through our sponsors here real quick. H&R Block, Decatur County Memorial Hospital, Canelli and Daughters Car Wash, Napoleon State Bank, Stone's Farm Service, which is sponsoring our halftime report here. Big Sky Restaurant, our free throw sponsor. Gillen Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycle, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Those are all platinum sponsors. Trio sponsors, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, JC Bank, and the cheer block sponsors, Russ Huber Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, and Fry's A&W. So I appreciate all of those sponsors of our allowing us to bring this game to you tonight. We've got a bunch of, I'm not sure what age it is. I'm going to guess second, third grade maybe, and just kind of looking out there at the size of them. But put on a little halftime program here with a little dance and a few cheers and so forth. So that's another one of those things that draws that crowd out.
Things you ADs do for a little extra money.
There you go. You know, that's the interesting thing, and we've got a little dead time here, Todd. I'll talk about it. I think lots of people don't understand or don't know how high school athletics are funded. Lots of people think that it's tax dollars. The only thing that tax dollars go for are coaches' salaries and obviously facilities. But everything else has to be either gate receipts, fundraisers, concessions, those kinds of things. So, those people out there that kind of complain sometimes that it's $6 to get into a game or $2 or $2.50 for a drink at the concession stand. When you start talking about having to pay officials, not just in this game tonight, but over the course of the basketball season in every boys level, varsity, JV, freshman, junior high, and girls the same way, and then you multiply that again in the fall with the fall sports that you have to pay officials. All the costs that athletics have, not only equipment, but uniforms, officials, transportation costs. The list goes on. And so just thought I'd give a quick lesson to those people out there sometimes that maybe wonder where all this money. I think they think lots of athletic departments are cash cows and just have money hand over fist. But believe me, and I'm sure Batesville's the same way. They try to make ends meet so that our kids have good uniforms at every level and the right equipment, but as well as paying for the normal costs of officials and any of the other extra things. I even think of something like in the fall, in the spring, when you have to line the football field, baseball fields, and the paint that it costs to line those. I think the athletic department, depends on school to school, will have to pay for that sometimes out of the athletic department. So it's quite an extensive list, and the budget for high school athletic department, obviously depending on the size school you're at, would shock some people.
Yep. Well, and you look here and think, well, there's a good crowd tonight. That's a lot of money. But then you take a junior high game where you got 20 people in the crowd and you still pay the officials. So
exactly. And all that money goes into one pot, and it's tough. Well, I can just tell you, and I know it varies a little bit from school to school. For example, officials tonight, there's 3 varsity officials here. They're probably each making, I'm just guessing, probably $80 to $90 a piece. So you're looking at $250 to $270 roughly, just for officials. That's not counting the 2 JV officials that are probably making $65 or $70 a piece. And so pretty soon you have $400 wrapped up in officials just in one boys game, and you multiply that times 10 home games. There's $4,000 in officials right off the bat, not counting girls and all the other levels, and it goes on and on. So I'm not sure what the holdup here. The clock was stopped at 3 minutes. Oh, there it goes. It was stopped at 2 minutes. Now it's stopped at 1:59. So I guess we're giving everybody an extra warm-up period or something. I'm not sure.
There we finally turn it back on. So we've got about a minute and 50 till the start of the third quarter. The Chargers are going to have to come out here and get after it defensively, get some rebounds, and put some buckets together. You know, I talked earlier about Youngman being a streaky shooter. When he knocks one down, next time down the floor, we got to find him.
Yes.
You know, that's just the kind of shooter he is. And I know Brady played AU ball with him this summer, and when he gets on fire, he can put 3 or 4 up pretty quick. And, you know, these guys got to learn that. When he knocks one down, you know, next time down the floor, find him.
And that's something that's overlooked a lot of times by high school kids, I think, Todd.
Yep.
You know, I know the higher up the level you move, the more that's a focus. And you talk about these pros, and I know that's what when they see somebody get in a rhythm, boy, they're going to continue to feed them. And I'm sure to a certain extent they do that at the college level too. But I think at the high school level, sometimes we kind of forget about that a little bit. We've got a little less than a minute to go. We'll take a quick sponsor break and be back at the start of the Canelli & Daughters Car Wash third quarter. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton & Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton & Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton & Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back to Batesville High School. This is Gary Cook and Todd Maurer bringing you Charger basketball here on WTRE tonight. Looks like it'll be Bulldog basketball to start the third quarter. Well, Todd, kind of like we talked about in the second quarter, we're not going to get that 15 points back in 6 or 8 minutes, so we can just chop away at it. Get it down, cut that in half, get it down to 8 or 9 points here by the end of the quarter, and give yourself a shot at going into that fourth quarter with a realistic chance of maybe winning this ball game.
Lures has it at the top, gives it over to Kaiser, and there's Muckride on the steal, and I think they're going to get called for a foul.
Yeah, in the NBA, that's a
breakaway.
Yes.
The foul is on Prickle, his second. Team's first of the third quarter. Palmer inbound to Muckride. Palmer to Eldridge, over to Maurer. Down low to Muckride. Down low to Eldridge. Back up top to Muckride. Down low to Eldridge. And
there
2 for Owen Eldridge. Nice ball movement.
Yep, nice possession there.
32-19 Bulldogs.
Good way to start the third quarter here.
Lures.
And again, thanks to Stone's Farm Service for sponsoring our halftime report there. A little longer than normal.
Lures has it at the top. Looks like the Chargers decide to go ahead and play a man defense here.
Yep.
Over to Grunkelmeyer. Back up top to Lures. Dribbles back to the top, gives to Johnson to Kaiser. Lures to Johnson. To Lures. Over to Kaiser.
Well, that's a tough shot.
Yep.
Yeah, really tough shot.
Cooper needs to do a little better job closing out there, not letting it get him around him.
Exactly.
Go ahead and let Kaiser shoot that. 2 for Luke Kaiser. Cooper, there's Brady in the high post. To Youngman. Down low to Owen. Over to Cooper. He dribbles on the baseline. Nowhere to go there, just get it out of there.
Yep. 34-19 Bulldogs. 6 minutes to go here in our Canelli & Daughters Car Wash third quarter.
Lures brings it across with Eldridge on him. Kaiser.
Yeah, Cooper picks up his third one there. He just that's tough. You just need to get off of him a little farther and give him a step there. That's frustrating, I know, because Kaiser's a kid that's going to drive it downhill.
Well, them's cousins too, so that makes that much worse.
True.
Into Kaiser.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. That's
There's Johnson for three. It's
Salt
short.
Malone.
It'll go out of bounds. Will be Charger ball. Muckerhide will bring it across.
Coach Metz passing on some instructions here.
Bauer has it on the wing to Muckerhide in the free throw line. Down low to Mason Morris. Nice pass.
Yes, that was.
Nice bucket by Mason Morris. 34-21. He'd put together a couple stops there.
Right.
Lures.
And you know the good thing when Caden catches in there, he attracts all the attention.
Yep.
So
there's Kaiser pulling up in 15 air ball. Grunkelmeyer comes away with it.
Boy, that hurts.
Yeah, it's just a killer. Three by Prickle. Second chance point after the air ball. Muckerhide drives. There's Eldridge down low again.
Nice strong move by Owen Eldridge there. Again, another dump down by Caden Muckerhide, and Owen was able to convert it. Worked through some contact there too.
Kaiser to Johnson. Over to Prickle. Back up top to Lures. Nice move by Lures.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Owen. He's got a little quickness on Owen, and once he turned the corner there, Owen bumped him a little bit. That's tough. Looks like that's Owen's third one too. Boy, that hurts us.
Just a second on Owen, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh, you're right. I guess they had the three up there from previous foul.
Misses the and one. Luckily, they're 3 of 8 from the line tonight,
yeah,
Coach.
39-23, Bulldogs.
Youngman.
Well, that's
trying to force
tough.
that.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to get there.
Youngman does steal it back. Muckerhide comes away with it. Muckerhide takes it to the hole.
I had my head down writing.
Right.
Some question as to whether it was a foul.
Yeah, it was pretty weak. He shot it and hit the bottom of the rim, and a late whistle turns into a foul for the Chargers. So 4:15 to go. Kennelly and Daughter, third quarter. Muckerhide at the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws.
It's kind of like that college pro thing where the officials, I think, wait sometimes to see whether it's going to go in.
Yep. Muckerhide misses the first Big Sky free throw.
Boy, Caden's really struggling right now shooting the basketball.
He's just pressing a little bit.
Yep,
he just
he
needs
is.
to sit down and, slow down a little bit.
You know, saw an interesting thing the other day, Todd, on social media that John Calipari was talking about. There we go, got Caden on the board. Said that he had a player, he didn't name him, but a few years ago that came in at halftime and really did a great thing because he just came in and told the other players, he said, look, he said, I can't score. He said, I'm not hitting the basket tonight. He said, I'm just going to rebound and pass. And that takes a lot sometimes for a kid to kind of swallow his pride and just focus on that a little bit.
Yep. Muckerhide does pick up his third foul there. Sends Johnson to the line for a pair of free throws. First one is good. Second one is good as well.
Got a nice stroke. 41-24. Bulldogs by 17.
Odell to Morris, back to Odell. To Youngman, to Odell. Back to Odell. Youngman over to Muckerhide. To Morris. Morris has got to turn and make that kid guard him.
Yes.
If they don't guard you, it does no good to get the ball there.
You don't have to shoot it. Just make them think you're going to shoot it.
Take a dribble at him. Make him come up. Do something with it there.
Yes.
Chargers turnover there on Mason Morris. Errant pass to the wing. And there's Morris on a steal. Take it in for two.
You know, that's the 9th turnover for the Bulldogs now. Chargers have 10. 41-26. 3:20 to go here in our Canelli and Daughters third quarter.
Kaiser down low to Johnson.
Good job there by Youngman on Johnson down there in the post, giving up a little size.
There's Lures driving again.
Boy.
Odell gets a hand
Yeah,
on
I
it.
thought we were going to get a turnover there. The officials are checking with Caden Mucker. I don't know what happened there, but
He's limping a little bit. I don't know if he turned his ankle or in the backcourt to Lures. Hands to Prickle. Over to Johnson.
Well, we're just giving up too much of a straight line dribble there.
Yeah, they're clearing that side out. There's no help side down there, and you can't just give that away like that. Johnson takes it to the bucket. Youngman to Muckerhide. To Odell. Back over to Youngman. Muckerhide.
You know, as I watch
Caden knocks down the field goal.
As I watch Batesville in their zone, Todd, they do a really good job of moving when the ball's in the air. They don't wait till it touches the receiver's hands. They're there on the catch. Yeah, we got a blocking foul, looks like, on Chase Youngman there. I thought he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he really moved his feet well. I thought maybe we had a chance at the charge there. Johnson's got the confidence now. He thinks he can take Chase when he wants to.
Right.
Here, so that's Chase's second. Inbound to Maple. He gives to Kaiser.
Morris and Kaiser kind of bumped heads there a little bit. Not sure who the foul is going to be on, whether it's on Eldridge or Morris there, but
you got to talk on that high ball screen. Eldridge picks up the foul, his third.
You just
Kaiser gets the bucket.
He's got the bucket there. You don't need to waste a foul.
No. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, and it is good.
Sometimes you just have to swallow your pride a little bit and say, okay, I'll let you have this one.
Well, sometimes, Coach, I think we start playing defense after they dribble.
There we go. Yeah, that's true.
We don't play defense before they put the ball on the floor.
Yep.
Muckerhide takes it to the hole and gets fouled. He'll be going back to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. Kaiser picks up his third foul. Must have blood on his jersey or something there.
That's what I'm guessing. Wonder if he's got a little. Wonder if when he and
Mason
Morris
banged
hit heads a while ago there, if he's got a little cut or something.
Grunkemeyer check in for him. Muckerhide's first Big Sky free throw is no good. Knocks home the second.
46-29, 17-point lead that the Bulldogs maintain.
Lures to Maple. Up top to Prickle. No good. Chargers come away with a rebound and then turn it over. Johnson on the steal. Finds Prickle. Maple.
Boy.
Well, that wasn't a travel, Coach. Oh.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Done a pirouette. Switching pivot feet about 3 times. Maple gives it up top to Prickle. Over to Johnson. Johnson has it on the right wing. Gives to Grunkemeyer. He gives back to Johnson. That's going to be on the floor. That is the Chargers going to be in the bonus, though. So Johnson will be back at the line.
Yeah, that's tough there. They're just going to drive it downhill until you stop them, and they're going to get to the free throw line.
Shots up and good by Johnson. Second one. Rolls home. McRide crosses the timeline. Gives to Odell. Back up top to Morse. And there's another turnover on the Chargers. Morse picks up the foul.
Yeah, we just we're in a situation where I know we've got to kind of score, but you still have to show a little patience. You know, you got to make that zone move a little bit. We made, 2 passes there and then tried to force it into the middle.
Yep. Prickle hits the first free throw.
Good block out there by Muckerhide and Morris both.
And they come up behind McRide and take it away.
Yep.
Nobody says a word to him.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. That's not Caden's fault.
No, somebody's got to tell him they're coming. Lures up top to Johnson. Chase picks up a foul. His third. Going to put Johnson back at the line.
Yeah, I can just sense frustration out there as I look at our kids. And
Johnson knocks home the first and the second.
So Bulldogs have increased that halftime lead by 7 now.
Snell to McRide. To Odell. Back to McRide. Out of bounds off the Bulldogs. .1 to go. Canelli and Daughter, third quarter. Snell.
It was deflected, wasn't it? I guess not.
Guess not. Lures, brings it across.
The 14th turnover by the Chargers.
Johnson, shots up and no good. Rebound bucket is no good at the buzzer. So at the end of 3, it's 51-29 Bulldogs.
We'll take sponsor breaks and be right back with our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Welcome back to Batesville High School as we enter our fourth quarter here, sponsoring Napoleon State Bank. 51-29, Bulldogs increased that 15-point halftime lead to 22. So really got a lot of work cut out for us now, but just keep playing hard and play smart.
Yeah, don't do nothing stupid.
Yep. Not sure. Looks like it'll be Charger ball to start the fourth quarter. I have never been any place where they have taken this much time. This is an extended timeout, so they can announce a bunch of stuff. We had an extended halftime. We had an extended pregame. We had everything you can think of tonight, which is great. But
yeah, I'm not sure what we're announcing here.
Well,
But
I'm not sure either. That's their assistant principal announcing the stuff. And he's starting on his third page now, Todd.
generous donations for something.
I wonder if it's a cancer night thing or something, maybe.
Chargers go with Palmer, Muckerhide, Morris, Odell, and Eldridge. Grunkelmeyer, Kaiser, Johnson, Drake, and Prickle. Odell to Palmer. Down to Eldridge, into Muckerhide. Good job of Caden getting that up on the rim. 2 for Caden. Johnson has it on the right wing.
Yeah, what you don't want to do now is just play solid right here.
Kaiser.
Don't be taking chances defensively. And
Grunkelmeyer kicks it out to Johnson.
Might have walked there.
Up and no good. Muckerhide on the rebound. Muckerhide all the way to the bucket for 2 more. Inbound to Prickle.
Again, just slowly pecking away at it here. Force them to get to a point where they had called a timeout.
Oh, thought he drug his foot a little there.
I'm not sure. The referee was standing right there, but I'm not sure how he fouled him. He called on Morris. Yeah. Morris is third.
Yeah, I just sure didn't see a foul. I thought he drug his pivot foot when he picked it up there.
Yeah.
Inbound to Kaiser. He gives to Drake, to Johnson. Johnson has it back to the top. Will pull up for 3. Short. Muckerhide on the rebound to Eldridge. Down low to Palmer, and that's blocked by Kaiser. Morris comes away with a loose ball. Going to get a kick ball. We'll stay with the Chargers on the sideline. Muckerhide to Odell, to Palmer, back to Odell, down low to Eldridge, to Morris. Morris gets fouled.
Again, good ball movement there. I know Mason's a little disappointed he didn't convert that, but go to the free throw line to shoot a couple of Big Sky Restaurant free throws. If we can hit these 2, we've started off on a 6-0 run here to start the 4th quarter.
Morris's first Big Sky free throw is up. Good. Second one. Good as well.
There we go. Cut that 22-point lead to 16. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but
there's another steal by Muckerhide. He got fouled. Foul's going to be on Johnson.
Yeah, too bad we couldn't have got an and 1 there.
Yep.
Again, that plays into our hand when they're fouling and stopping the clock right here.
That's Johnson's 3rd foul. Muckerhide will be back to the line, and Batesville's going to call a timeout here, 30-second version.
Coach Garrett's not pleased with how things started here, and chance for the Chargers to cut it to 14 after being down 22. Muckerhide can go to the line and knock a couple of those Big Sky free throws in. Pressure, a little 3/4 court press has kind of bothered him a little bit. Gotten Couple steals, and then thought we had one when they committed that foul over there. (51-35). Bulldogs on top. 6:15 to go here in our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Everyone's lined up, and Muckrod receives the ball. First one is good. Second one, good as well.
A little full court pressure here.
Grunkelmeyer over to Lures. Goes back to Grunkelmeyer, to Johnson, to Kaiser. Drake.
Boy, I thought we were going to get a
Yep.
turnover there. It's another one of those, probably was a foul. We sure called it awful late.
Yep. Yeah, the ball had already hit the rim and come off the rim before he decided to blow his whistle.
And the tough thing about it is we kind of bailed him out there because it wasn't a very good shot. He didn't have very good balance, and you hate to put a kid like Kaiser at the free throw, although he missed a free throw again.
He's now 2 of 4 from the line tonight. Second one. Rolls home.
52-37. 5:50 to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Parmer to Odell. Back to Parmer. Back to Odell. Logan's got to look to shoot that.
Yeah, he does.
Back over to Parmer. To Morris. To Odell. To Muckrod. No good. Gonna get a jump ball.
Yeah, it'll be Batesville ball. Tough shot there by Caden.
Inbound to Johnson. All the way up the sideline. Now Parmer gets there for the double team. And there's a bad pass. Chargers come away with a turnover. Muckerhide turns it back over on the other end. Yes.
We just can't get out of our own way.
Muckride's going to pick up his fourth foul.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you got to play with some pace and you got to push the ball, but at the same time, you got to have a little control.
Johnson to inbound. Gives to Drake. There's another turnover. Morris picks Kaiser's pocket.
Oh, he almost
about gave it right back.
Yeah.
Morris drives over to Parmer. Todell. Back to Parmer. It looks like lob. Owen was wide open in there. Muckerhide.
In and out. There's that shot again. It's a tough shot that kids just don't practice a lot.
Lures gives it to Johnson, to Drake. Back to Johnson. Odell's going to pick up the foul, be the fourth on the Charger.
.418 to go here in our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. 52-37. Bulldogs still in command.
Inbound to Kaiser. To Lures. Out to Johnson for three. There's Grunkelmeyer on offensive rebound again. Kaiser for three. Knocks it home, and the foul on Mason Morris. That's killer, Coach.
Yeah, it is. That's,
second chance points at that and knocks down the three and gets fouled. Kaiser knocks home the free throw.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to call a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Coach Metz having a little discussion about whether that was a foul or not. That's probably insignificant at this point.
Yep. 56-37 Bulldogs. 4:08 to go. Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. That was Morse's fourth foul.
Now see, here's again the example, Todd. We will come out of the huddle and we're wandering around out there and we kind of forget that it's even our ball.
What do we talk about in the timeout? Did we not talk about what kind of play we were going to run?
I would think so.
Muckeride drives, gets two. Brickle to Johnson, traveled.
You know, that's the 12th turnover I have for the Bulldogs. Excuse me, 13th. Unofficially.
Morris has it, gives it to Palmer. And Eldridge. Back up top to Palmer.
Yeah. Kaiser did a nice job just anticipating that pass coming back there. Just stepped right in the passing lane. (58-39). This quarter's taking forever, seems like.
Yep. Kaiser looking for his second and one. Too much dribbling.
Yep.
Another turnover on the Chargers. Johnson gets it to go. Morse gives it to Palmer.
Get that lead back to that 22-point margin that they started the quarter with.
To Morse, to Palmer. Odell shoots the three and knocks it home. Logan's got to be ready to shoot that ball. He kind of hesitated.
He really does. I thought he had some shots earlier in the quarter here on this wing closest to us. And
Johnson gives the Prickle to Grunkelmeyer. Over to Johnson, down to Kaiser. Palmer with a steal. Palmer brings it across, gives it to Morse. Morse has it on the wing. Whew.
Yeah, I'm not sure
who that was to, but
yeah.
A lazy pass back to the top. Muckeride penetrates. Up and good.
1:57 to go here in our ball game. Batesville in command by 17.
Kaiser for two more.
Yeah, you get in this situation where you're having to scramble around. You're going to give up some easy baskets, and Bulldogs are taking advantage of that. Like Coach Garrett's going to
Eldridge, no good on the spin.
Coach Garrett's going to sub here when there gets to be a dead ball.
Kaiser on the back door.
Timeout just to get the subs in the ball game.
Kaiser's got 12 in the quarter.
65-44. Yeah, Todd, it kind of goes back to digging that 15-point hole in the first quarter. Even though they're up 21 here, they've
Chargers are just never in the game, Coach.
No.
Mentally or score-wise.
Yep.
Turnover by the Chargers. I don't have names for everybody, so you see what you get. And that this will go into, he's going to wave it off. .23 Hartley, I believe, will be at the line for 2.
Yep.
Free throw is no good. Second one is good. Odell, Rennekamp, over to Morse, back to Odell. Chargers luckily just keep that one. Owen, into Rennekamp. Odell, shots up and no good. Nice rebound by Mason Morse, up and good for 2. Morris on his 10th point on the night. Shots up and no good. Cooper comes away with a rebound.
Like Logan Odell lost his shoe, and Cooper lost the ball. Block. That was our 18th turnover also. And I may have missed one or two.
That's 5 on Mason.
Marshall Snell checking in the ball game. We might want to get somebody in there and rebound.
Why?
Yeah. I'm not sure, boy, where our thought process is at. Looks like Marshall's going to slide in there now.
Hartley hits 1 of 2. Shot by Eldridge is no good at the buzzer. Brings us to the end of the game. 67-46 Bulldogs.
Well, that 21-point lead they started the fourth quarter with, even though we scored the first 8, or 22-point lead, I guess they had to start the fourth quarter. We cut one off of it, but we'll take a couple sponsor breaks and be back to wrap things up here at Batesville High School. This is Charger Basketball on WTRE.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back to Batesville High School, where the Chargers came out on the short end of a 21-point loss. Coach Metz is not here yet. Todd, if you want to go through the scoring real quick. And
leading the way for the Chargers was Caden Muckerhide with 14 all in the second half, followed by Owen Eldridge with 12, Mason Morris with 10, Logan Odell with 7, Chase Youngman with 3 for their 46. For the Bulldogs, 21 for Kaiser, 13 for Johnson, 9 for Grunkelmeyer, 8 for Drake, 7 for Lures, 7 for Prickle, and 2 for Hartley for their 67. I had them at 16 of 24 from the line, 13 to 17 in that second half. I had the Chargers 11 to 17, 6 of 8 in the second half. So shot the free throws fairly well in the second half, 6 of 8, just didn't get there enough.
Well, and then like we talked about, Todd, it's really difficult when you dig yourself a 15-point hole in the first quarter against anybody, let alone a team that's probably a pretty good quality team as Batesville. And you really kind of sometimes expend all your energy just trying to get back to getting close. And I thought maybe we might force them to have to use another timeout when we cut 8 points off of that to start the fourth quarter. But they came back and answered, and we had some turnovers. I think unofficially I had us ending the game with 18 turnovers. I don't know if that's exact or not. But although the Bulldogs, I think I had them for 14. So both teams
Coach,
did turn it over.
Most of our turnovers are just unforced. They're just bad passes. I mean, just absolutely passing someplace that is never going to get through there.
Right. Believe me, I talk about this a lot at the girls' practices. Sometimes that's one of those things that you just there's no way. Sometimes when we make a decision to pass, it's just poor decision making most of the time. Well, I don't know if Coach Metz is going to come out and join us. The Chargers will travel tomorrow night. Todd and I will have the broadcast for you around 7:30 again. We'll travel up to Tri High School up in Henry County. And Titans have a nice season going. I think they've won about 9 games at this point. And so the Chargers, after a pretty exhaustive game tonight, will have to, although I think Tri was at Winchester tonight, so they'll have a tough game themselves. But hopefully our Chargers can just get out and get off the bus tomorrow night.
Well, you just got to be ready to play. You know,
Yeah.
whether with unpreparedness or whether it's the kids not, being ready to play or whatever, you just can't get down 21-6.
Yeah.
And defensive assignments and knowing where you need to be, and I mean, we just gave them too many easy buckets to start the game, and
Exactly.
and you get down 21-6, and from there it's just an uphill climb that you're never going to make. So
Yeah, because you look at it after the first quarter, I know it never was, we never was much of a threat, but we did maintain a fairly even game from that point on, and we just see from there. I might mention too that the girls sectional is coming up next week. Our girls will be hosting the sectional 44 at North Decatur, or is it 45? I forget. Maybe it is 45.
45, I believe.
And our Lady Chargers will have a bye and not play the first night. The first night at 6 o'clock will be a game between the Switzerland County Pacers and the Hauser Jets. Just one game that night, and then Friday night, South Ripley drew the bye, so they'll play the winner between Switzerland County and Hauser. Our Chargers will open up the night with a game against Milan Indians. So, Lady Chargers finished up the season last night with their second conference championship in a row and second undefeated conference championship in a row. So, finished the season at 16-6. So, hopefully they'll be ready to go next week, but encourage everybody to come out. Season tickets are not good for this, obviously, but come out and back the Lady Chargers next week on Friday night and see if we can get into that championship game and bring home a sectional championship. Well, Todd, that's all I've got, unless you've got something. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And again, please tune in tomorrow night if you're not going to be able to make the trip up to Louisville, Indiana. And Todd and I have the broadcast for our game with the Tri-Titans starting about 7:30-ish. So appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night.